that's gonna have a game in town.
What up, players? It's the morning after with Nick and Big J. Welcome to another day, 9th day of December, 2025. Today is a Tuesday. My name is Nick, and then I present to you our good friend Radio's Big J.
Ta-da.
Hey, Big J.
Hey, man.
Happy Tuesday to you, dude.
Yeah.
Hopefully all is well in your world, and things are, ready to go because we have ourselves what I like to call a pretty big Tuesday show.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, we barely have room to turn around. Between the streaming dumbass of it all, between the concert announcements of it all, between the recap of the morning after fantasy football league of it all, between the things like We're Going to Hell and headlines today, it's going to be a jam-packed show. And I mean, I've got to confirm, but I think at some point today, we have 3 concerts to announce.
Yes.
If that sounds right to you. And that's a lot. One of which we're doing something large for the first time we've ever done in the station's 30-year history. And so there certainly is some precedents being set today. And I believe we're drawing a line in the sand and saying, if this, then this. So because this is happening, then this will surely happen, I guess, is the logic puzzle
Hope so.
that we are jumping to.
Needs to.
It sure does. And so you will get all the details over the course of the show today. And I think this is one of those days that regardless of what kind of genre of music you like, of rock that you enjoy, I think you'll be happy with at least one, maybe all 3 of the concert announcements.
I'm elated, man.
I'm happy with all 3 as well. But there are some people that like their music a little bit harder than others. There are some that are not nearly as old as us. There are some that enjoy a particular style, and so I think it just makes a lot of people happy.
I think today's announcements cover all of that.
Hey, that's kind of what I was saying.
Yeah.
And so we also will have an opportunity to hopefully make some people very, very happy over the course of the show today. And 3 days grace tickets, Big J. Speaking of concerts that make people happy. I Prevail, Funeral Portrait, all part of that. So we're excited to knock that out of the park. And then we're going to feed you with bad impressions. I mean, Jesus, dude. What aren't we doing today is probably would have been a shorter way of explaining things.
Right now, playing music.
Oh, well, let me fix that right now. Stone Temple Pilots. It's Creep on the X.
After with Nick and Big J.
Important Stuff is brought to you by Team Mazda and the Pre-Owned Superstore. Getting finance at Team Mazda even easier now thanks to GoTeamCredit.com. Everybody gets pre-approved. Not a single effect on your credit. Try it. Log on to GoTeamCredit.com today. Big J, history was made in the Treasure Valley over the weekend. One of your favorite comedians played at Extra Mile Arena, Nate Bargatze, and he broke multiple records at the arena on Sunday night. Bargatze is currently on his Big Dumb Eyes 2025 World Tour. He played Extra Mile Sunday, and he became the highest-grossing comedy event ever at the arena, selling the most tickets to a comedy event. Also surpassed other records like top 10 highest-grossing event of all time across all genres. Joining him alongside acts like Metallica. Big J, you ever heard of them?
Yeah.
And so it's a pretty big deal when that outgrosses some pretty big stand-up comedians. Now, I have the list, Big J, of the comedians that were ahead of Nate Bargatze until Sunday that played Extra Mile Arena. And there are 3 comedians that he surpassed. I'll give you 5 guesses to find out who they are. They're all fairly modern. That'll help you out.
John Mulaney?
John Mulaney is not on the list, no. Okay. I don't think he ever played at Extra Mile. He's always been at
that's
Idaho
the thing.
Central.
I'm trying to think. Who's Tom Segura?
That was, he was on the list. Absolutely.
I don't know. Bert Kreischer, I don't know if he's been at Extra Mile Arena.
He has,
Jerry?
but no.
Jerry Seinfeld?
No.
No? He's a Morrison Center guy. I can't.
A movie star and podcasts. That might help you in your hints.
A movie star?
One is a huge, bona fide movie star. The other's fairly big in the world of podcasts.
Let's see. George Clooney.
No, I'm sorry. He's never done a stand-up show. Theo Von was the other one.
Okay.
And then Kevin Hart. Also at the top.
He bounces around sometimes. It's hard to keep up where he's going to be at.
Of gross sales and ticket volume. So congratulations to Nate Bargatze. I'm surprised he didn't go, Big J, but you had stuff going on this weekend, of course.
God,
the wife was
Sunday
finally
night.
back in town.
It was Sunday night.
Sure. But those comedy shows wrap up early, dude. I mean, that thing was done by 9:30.
Yeah, and I think part of the reason too that Nate can get that is, he's somewhat of a family comedian.
100%.
Super clean, and it's something everybody can enjoy.
Yes.
So it's a little bit extra people showing up.
You can take your kids to the Nate Bargatze show for sure. Big J, the World Cup next summer, I am sorry to say, is going to feature more commercials.
No!
FIFA announced that every game will feature a brand new 3-minute hydration break during each half. The soccer governing body claims it will prioritize player welfare because of expected high temperatures in cities like Dallas, Miami, and Mexico City. Of course, these hydration breaks will also allow broadcasters to plan for an extra 6 minutes of ads where there usually are none. Soccer famously doesn't have any stoppage in play until the middle point, and so there usually are no commercials during the telecast, save for the half break and then at the end of the game, unless there's some extra time. Well, that's not how it's going to go anymore. Now there's going to find a way to logjam some commercials in there, using player safety as a way to make an excuse for it so that nobody will have any pushback for it whatsoever. But hey, make that money, right, Big J?
Well, yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel's going to be around to push around for at least through 2027. He will continue hosting ABC's Jimmy Kimmel Live through that year. He has signed an extension with Disney. Kimmel's previous contract was set to end in 2026, but now it'll go through the end of 2027. He and Disney finalized the extension this summer. And typical late-night contracts also last about 3 years, but Kimmel has recently weighed stepping back, and so he's going to do it a year at a time. But again, still through 2 calendar years ahead of where they usually go. So he'll be sticking around for a bit if you're a fan. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your first round of important stuff. Gonna need your help picking out a movie for Big J with some streaming dumbass. That's next on the X.
To the old, we're digging deep into the depths of Netflix. It's Streaming Dumbass on the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Treasure Valley, you're our only hope. Big J wants to watch a movie tonight. He's all by himself. His wife once again has left him in a home. And he needs something to pass the time. And so we need you to help pick out a movie for him because he can no longer do that himself. Here's the rub. We'll give you the description of 3 different movies available on 3 different streaming platforms. You have to decide which movie you want Big J to watch using only the plot description given to us from the streaming services on which you can find that movie. That being said, there will be no title, there will be no stars of the movie, at least not yet. You have to make these decisions based only on the plot. If you can do so, that would be great. How do you vote? You text it in. Movie number 1, movie number 2, or movie number 3 to 208-287-1003. Whatever decides you or speaks to you or motivates you to vote is your decision of your own. If you think it sounds great and you wanted to watch it, fantastic. If you think it sounds terrible and you want to torture Big J, seems mean, but okay.
I agree with that.
If you want to do it, that's fine. I think all of today's movies don't have any terrible sides to it, but we'll see. Here we go. Movie number 1. An upscale suburban mom brings a new caretaker into her home to help with things around the house. But what happens when it's discovered that caretaker is not the person they claim to be? Movie number 2. Andy and his sister Piper face unsettling events while living with their foster mother Laura, whose grief and secrets draw them into a chilling ordeal that will make them question everything they know. Movie number 3. 2 decades after a hilariously traumatic event, a young mother's family is facing new challenges. As the family starts putting the clues together, they're shocked to discover their past may be repeating itself. Movie number 1, Who Are You? Movie number 2, What's Going On Here? Or movie number 3, This Has Happened Before, right? These are your 3 choices. Which movie do you want Big J to watch? Movie number 1, movie number 2, or movie number 3? Text your choice to 208-287-1003. We will tabulate the votes and release the titles of all 3 movies, including the one you have selected for Big J. That is going to happen next on the X Rocks. That is back. That is Loser here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. We need to wrap up some streaming dumbass. Big J, have the votes been tabulated?
Yeah, man, they sure have.
Is there a clear winner?
There is.
Love it when that happens. Just so you know some statistics going into it, so you can have some context. You had a 2 out of 3 chance to see some sort of remake as the possibility of the movies involved here. one of the films was one of the higher rated movies of the year in a particular genre. So I think you had some pretty high success rate. I haven't heard any bad things about it. I've only seen one movie on this list, and I would actually give that movie a, average to better than average. I would give it an approval if we were doing your mix, but let's see how it all shook out in the votes. Big J, what movie got the least amount of votes?
The least amount of votes with only one vote, Nick. Movie number 2.
That was the genre movie that's considered to be one of the best of the year in the horror genre, Big J. The movie is called Bring Her Back. It is pretty much universally renowned as a good movie. I have not seen it yet, but it stars Sally Hawkins and Billy Barrett, and it is available for you to watch on HBO Max if you'd like to do so on your own time. Looks like you're going to watch a remake of some kind. Big J, what movie came in second place?
Movie number 3.
Movie number 3 was not only a remake, but also a sequel of a remake. You've heard of it for sure. It is called Freakier Friday, Big J, starring Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis. That's the one of the bunch that I've seen. It is streaming now on Disney Plus if you'd like to reignite your love with the Freaky Friday verse. It's available for you to check out there and now.
It's been a while since movie number 1 has won.
But that streak is over.
Yes.
You will be watching Hand That Rocks the Cradle, Big J, starring Malika Moreau and Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Of course.
Oh, man.
What's the matter? You don't like Hand That Rocks the Cradle?
Not really.
Why not?
I just didn't like the first movie.
Oh, damn. Take that, Rebecca De Mornay. But you will be watching the remake on Hulu, and you will report back tomorrow and let us know what you think about that movie and why you think that way specifically. So if you want to play the home game, that is the film you will be watching at your own leisure, at your own pace, and you will see if your review compares or contrasts with Big J's in any way, shape, or form when he reports back around this time tomorrow. Enjoy your movie on Hulu, Big J, and we will see you tomorrow with your review. All prepped up and ready to go. Agree or disagree?
Agreed.
We also have some important stuff, as well as We're Going to Hell. That's going to happen next on the X Rocks.
Important stuff.
What's going on in the news today?
The morning after with Nick and Big J.
Important stuff brought to you by Road Credit Union. Still time to get some Christmas wishes answered, courtesy of Wish Upon a Star. The holiday season isn't exactly all unicorns and rainbows for everybody, so somebody you know needs a little extra help this year. Just let us know at xrock.com. You click on the Wish Upon a Star link. Tell us their story. Tell us a little bit about them. Do they need help with bills, car payments, maybe a few extra gifts under the tree? We're making some Christmas dreams come true. We'll be delivering Christmas wishes all season long. As a matter of fact, our first round of deliveries coming up very, very soon. So if you have entered, keep an eye on your phone. You may be getting a phone call from us to get more information and make sure that we line things up correctly. Wish Upon a Star is happening right now at xrock.com from Road Credit Union and 100.3 The X Rock. So just simply take some time and let's see if we can help out with some Christmas wishes. Big J, it's getting to be the end of the year, which means we're getting into New Year's resolution time, right?
Yes.
And so for the last 3 years, they have tracked about 171,000 people here in the United States of America and really kind of wanted to double down and go, hey, how's it going with your New Year's resolution, right?
Sure.
Turns out a vast majority of them have one of two options. Number one, either they're exercise or fitness related, right?
Usually, yeah.
Or they are trying to do things to get better sleep related. Like, they're just like, listen, I got to turn off my device an hour before bed so I can get better sleep. I'm struggling to sleep. I know that's what everybody says. I'm going to try.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
And turns out about 1 in 8 of us can only complete these things once we set it for us. So that's been the ongoing problem. We just don't have a whole lot of follow through on it. But congratulations to those 12% of you that are able to do that. But of course, usually, sometimes those sleep and exercise can go hand in hand. I mean, if you exercise, you probably will be a little bit more tired and may be able to get better sleep. But sometimes the New Year's resolutions just isn't what it takes to make it happen. But listen, I'll never poo-poo them. If you want to find a reason to change and to try to be better, there's nothing wrong with that. And if the new year is the good time for you to do that, then fantastic. As long as there's some follow-through there and you're happy with the results, that's all that matters. But the return on investment, Big J, is not exactly great when it comes to New Year's resolutions. But I think we knew that. Now we have a number. About 12% are able to go through, which is better than 0%.
Yeah.
So why not, right? If it helps you out and if you are committed to it, then maybe it's a good change for you, and that's a good thing. The NFL has made a change, speaking of changes, to the Week 16 schedule. The New England Patriots' December 21st game against the Baltimore Ravens has officially been flexed into the Sunday night football spot. That means, sorry, Bengals-Miami Dolphins game that was supposed to be there. You are now playing at 1 o'clock Eastern time.
That could be a barn burner too, man.
Maybe. But both those teams are out of the playoff hunt, and that's not something that is exciting to primetime viewers. That makes sense for ratings. The Patriots are a powerhouse this season, the best record in the NFL. The Bengals and Dolphins have been sputtering, and so that's why the NFL is swapping that out. So we have a different game to look forward to in Week 16 in prime time. Yesterday was the day that the Golden Globe nominations came out, Big J, and surprising no one battle after another is the leading nominee, 9 nominations, although right behind it, Sentimental Value that earned 8 nominations, and Sinners received 7, Hamnet got 6, Wicked for Good and Frankenstein each scored 5. Both Cynthia Ravo and Ariana Grande received acting nominations for Wicked. Julie Roberts earned a nomination for After the Hunt. Michael B. Jordan recognized for his dual role in Sinners. The White Lotus led television nominees with 6 nominations. Adolescents earned 5. Only Murders in the Building got 4, including recognition for Steve Martin Short, and Selena Gomez. And the Globes added a couple of new categories, including Best Stand-Up Special and Best Podcast and Best Cinematic or Box Office Achievement as well. Nikki Glazer is going to return to host for the second year in a row. It's going to happen January 11th on CBS. It should start around 7 o'clock our time if you're interested to see the precursor of the Academy Awards. Big J, any surprises or snubs on the Big J list yesterday?
Yeah, we got snubbed.
What happened?
In the podcast.
Yeah, I don't know if we actually nominated ourselves, though. I think we have to put
Oh, you've got to have a campaign?
I don't know if you have to have a campaign. You definitely have to make yourself eligible, though. And I didn't fill out any Golden Globes paperwork, did you?
No.
Okay, then that might be on us. That might be on us. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your important stuff. We have got your We're Going to Hell story. That's next on the X Rocks.
Get ourselves, I'm going to hell and you know it!
The Morning After with Nick and Big J on 100.3 The X Rocks.
Headed to Texas for today's We're Going to Hell story for the second day in a row, Big J.
Yeah!
Kobe, Texas is where we're going for today's story. And I guess sometimes you got to believe somebody when they say they're going to do something repeatedly and repeatedly, right?
Yes.
So it all started, I guess you want to say, a couple of weeks ago, where a gentleman was calling 911 and kept saying very quickly he is going to commit a robbery. He is going to rob a convenience store. He is going to rob a convenience store. 110 different times, right? That's a lot of time. At some point, the police were like, they kept triangulating his location. It was different kind of places. And so they're like, listen, we're going to bust this guy. But he even gave the address at one point. And so police are like, well, listen, man, I mean, we might as well scope it out. Maybe we'll find the person that's been, spamming 911, and we also might break up a robbery. Who knows? So around 2 o'clock in the morning on Friday night, Big J, 911 got another call from a female cashier that was working at a convenience store that this gentleman happened to talk about in one of his calls. And sure enough, Big J, he was trying to rob the place. The 32-year-old man apparently walked in around 2 o'clock in the morning, allegedly threatened a female cashier, told her not to call 911, and ordered her to give him cash. So the woman said, listen, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. They don't let us open this stuff up at any time. I got to run to the back, and I've got to grab the keys to the register. As soon as I do that, you'll get your money. Just leave me alone, right?
Yeah, leave me alone, mister.
Ran into the back room while she was there, stealthily called 911, left something off of the ringer, and walked back out. And he also took a bag that had about $230 in it from the drawer and tried to flee out of the convenience store. But in the parking lot, Big J, the cop car that was across the street, ready to go, rocking and rolling, was able to basically arrest this person the second that they walked out of the convenience store.
That's how you do it.
The woman was unharmed. The police had been set up there because it was a place that he accidentally had, or I'm sure it's on purpose, dropped the address of the convenience store during one of his 110 calls that he had placed over the last 3 days to 911. And so they're like, listen, let's just do it just in case.
We'll stake all these places out. Catch this guy.
Sure enough, he did rob the place that he said he was going to rob, and they were able to grab him instead. So that does scream like somebody was trying to get caught, right?
Yeah, it was. He was asking for help.
Yeah. Well, he found it, and thankfully nobody was hurt in the process. This guy's going to go to jail, but once again, like, not cool. Don't be robbing places, Big J.
Now you get 3 squares a day, man.
Maybe that's what he was looking for. I do not know. But he called his shot and then got arrested because he called his shot. So, yeah, there are some times you rat on yourself, and this is one of those situations, one of those dumb criminals that did that.
Yep.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. There is your We're Going to Hell story. Concert announcement time, Big J.
I like it.
We're doing something for the first time in the station's 30-year history. We're very excited about it. You'll get all the details next on the X-Rock. That's the latest from the Foo Fighters, asking for a friend here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. You've been promised some concert announcements today. Let's get to it for a first-time ever kind of scenario.
It's another 100.3 The X concert announcement.
We're going to take this one piece by piece, Big J, but we're doing something that we've never done before. What is it, sir?
Yeah, we are hosting a pre-party, Nick. A pre-party for Xfest 2026.
That's pretty cool. What does it mean, Big J?
I guess what it means is that there's going to be Xfest 2026, and we're going to have a pre-party to celebrate that fact.
I cannot argue with your logic, but of course that means that we're having like a concert before Xfest to celebrate the fact that Xfest is going to happen or something?
Yes.
All right. Well, give me the details. Don't just sit on something like that.
Well, let's start out with one of the bands that's going to be there.
Okay.
How about that? How about some Finger Eleven former Free X Show artist, Nick? Sorry,
you got that out.
I got there. Yeah.
All right, this is one of the bands that's going to be part of our Xfest 2026 pre-party. It's Finger 11 on the X. Finger 11 Paralyzer, we know that's one of the bands that's going to be part of the official Xfest 2026 pre-party that's going down. Big J, do you want to give me some more details?
Yeah, how about another band that's going to be there, the headliner?
All right.
Want to do that?
That sounds good to me, dude.
Yeah, the official pre-Xfest 2026 show headliner is Filter.
All right, check it out. Here's Hey Man, Nice Shot on the X. That is Filter. That is Hey Man, Nice Shot. All part of our official Xfest 2026 pre-party. We are going to have a little concert before we take over your summer with Xfest 2026. Big J, now you can give us all the details, please.
Yeah, all the details, Nick, happening Friday, March 6th at the Revolution Concert House and Events Center. We have ourselves a 3-band lineup. Local H opening things up, Finger 11 and Filter. And it's all going on sale Friday at 10 a.m. So that is what you can expect. And we are totally stoked and excited, man.
Yeah, we've never had an Xfest pre-party before. It gives us a little chance to get our feet wet and have some fun and get all lathered up for Xfest 2026 coming summer of 2026, of course. And it gives us a chance to get together and have a little fun at the Rev Center. And listen, you got 3 huge bands, all big parts of the DNA of this radio station, all of them rocking and rolling from the 90s. So it'll be a great little get-together for us to jam out at the Rev Center. It's a Friday night. We're going to have a whole lot of fun. We're going to have a chance to win some really cool tickets, some VIP experiences. We're planning some cool things with the band. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And we hope you are ready and willing to join us come what is it going to be, March the 6th. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. So get ready for the Xfest 2026 pre-party, please, and thank you.
And if I'm not mistaken, you've never had the chance to see Finger 11 live, right?
I've never seen Finger 11 live, no.
Oh, man.
Seen Filter, seen
Love
Local
it.
H lots of times, never seen Finger 11 live. So this will be my first time. I'm very excited as well. We will see you at the Rev Center on March 6th. Morning After with Nick and Big J. Some important stuff as well as your Pop Culture Smackdown on the way on the X.
On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
In a bit of news that probably shouldn't surprise anyone, researchers have been tracking about 18,000 U.S. children from ages 10 to 13 And they found out that, guess what? Around that age, that's when kids start to get hooked on social media, right?
Yeah.
It starts to become a status symbol. They start to have their own devices. They start to find their friends on there, and they start to realize that if you want any kind of clout, you've got to have some sort of footprint on social media. Then researchers found the more time kids spend on social media, the more addicted they get to their devices. That probably shouldn't surprise anybody. And then it also just absolutely murders their attention span. Also shouldn't surprise anything. As they discovered, like when a kid is 10, on average in America, they're spending anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes on social media, if at all. It's just not something that is a big part of their life when they're that young, when they just hit double digits. By the time they're 13 and 14 years old, they're spending anywhere from 3 to 4.5 hours a day messing around on social media. And obviously that's a gigantic increase, and that's a serious number of hours, and that it's specifically social media that is affecting the kids' attention span and their ability to concentrate. Watching TV and video games did not seem to impact the concentration and attention span as much as social media did. Probably because you can't swipe through it as quickly as you can and dismiss something as much as you can on social media. The research found that social media use obviously climbed exponentially as children aged, with many using the platform before the minimum age of 13. And then the ADHD diagnosis among children rose from 9.5% all the way up to 13.3% in that age span as well. And so the study authors are hoping that parents can maybe find some happy medium in between that and wait a little bit more while the kids are still kind of developing who they want to be and what they want to do before they want to, hand them their new babysitter, their cellular phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we'll see if that changes anything. I doubt it because, once again, cell phones have become a status symbol as well. When all your 11-year-old friends have cell phones, your kid who's 11 is going to want one. That's just the way it's going to work. And you can, toe that line as much as you want to, but odds are it's going to be more difficult as we go forward, not less,
Yep.
So best of luck, everybody. You're going to need it. Big J, the Indianapolis Colts have a situation. They once were the hottest team in the NFL. They had cooled down significantly over the last couple of weeks. And then their starting quarterback, Daniel Jones, went ahead and blew out his Achilles on Sunday. Not a great move for the Colts. They had to go to war with a rookie quarterback that nobody heard of. But now they're putting a call into Old Man Winter. You understand?
Old Man Phil Rizzo, who's just been nominated for... How does that work? If, let's say, he comes back, how would that work? Because he would
be taken off of the list. You got to be retired 5 years before they can even talk about it.
He needed to wait one more year.
Well, they have to sign him first.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
So,
I mean, come on. He can't be in shape to do this.
Well, not only that, but you remember how bad it was when he was originally on the Colts, right? It was not a good fit for them. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's because they're used to him and they understand it, but I don't know if that would be a really good move for the Indianapolis Colts. But, it's slim pickings out there, really, when you think about it. Tom Brady's not walking out of that booth, Big J. He's already an owner of the Raiders. He cannot sign with the Indianapolis Colts.
And if he did, he wouldn't do it for the Colts.
And so we got ourselves a real situation in Indianapolis. Now they're out of first place. They could truly and honestly crap out of the playoffs here if they don't figure out what things are going to happen or how they're going to figure it out here soon. But it's a problem. It's a problem.
Yeah. Not easy. It's tough. It's tougher than ever these days.
If you are a fan of Steve Carell, know what his next job is. He's going to headline the new HBO comedy series called Rooster, Big J, based on the Alice in Chains song. No, I'm kidding.
God, that'd be awesome.
It will premiere in March. The 10-episode season also stars John C. McGinley, Big J, former guest of The Morning After. According to the description, the show is a comedy set on a college campus centering on Steve Carell, who is an author, and his complicated relationship with his daughter, who is played by Charlie Clive, Big J. Oh. So if you like Steve Carell, I really like... You never watched the fourth season on Netflix, right?
No.
It's fun. It's a lot. He's great in it. It's a very good show. I like Steve Carell, and hopefully this will be good as well. But it will be coming soon, March, to HBO if you want to watch the next Steve Carell project. Morning After with Nick and Big J. Speaking of popular culture, we will test your knowledge of it with Pop Culture Smackdown. That's next on the X Rocks.
Pop Culture Smackdown. On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
And let's hook you up with some awesome tickets to the show coming quite some time down the road. November 14th, 2026 at Ford Idaho Center Arena. We got 3 days grace coming. Alien Nation Tour. It is going to be awesome. I Prevail and our friends in the Funeral Porch are going to be there. So we'll get you set up with these tickets. You just need to beat me in Pop Culture Smackdown today, baby.
All right. If you got what it takes, get on the horn. 208-287-1003. You are going to have to know a little bit about the world of popular culture in order to claim this prize and hope that Big J trips and falls in his knowledge. And Big J, you'll be handling the Achilles heel of the Treasure Valley today.
Oh, excellent.
So I'm going to wish you the best of luck as well. Are you ready?
Yes.
Then to the phones, we shall go. Hello, the X.
Hey,
Hey, who's this?
Tim.
All right, Tim, you're up first. Tim, what was the name of He-Man's main nemesis on He-Man and the Masters of the Universe?
Oh my gosh. God damn it. It's like skeleton face or Skeletor or something like that. Damn it.
Right.
You got there. I mean, it's not skeleton face. You did say Skeletor, and so we will then accept it. You are officially taking
Until
on
we meet again.
Big J. Big J, where did Phillip Rivers go to college in honor of today's news?
NC State.
That is correct.
Right.
Back to you, sir. What movie stars Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore and takes mostly place in Hawaii?
50 First Dates.
Right.
Correct. Big J, what rock star was nicknamed the man who fell to earth after starring in a movie of the same name?
A rock star?
Yes, I would classify him as a rock star for sure.
Let's go with what was the question again?
What rock star earned the nickname the man who fell to earth after starring in a movie of the same name?
Oh boy, man. I'm going to say
He's a man of many nicknames over his career. I'll put it that way. And this is one of them.
Oh geez. I don't know. I don't have a clue, man.
Nothing?
No.
Boy, how?
I don't have a stupid guess.
All right. That means you are the victor, sir. Do you have any guesses? The man who fell to earth?
Elton John. I have no idea.
Not too bad, but no, that is incorrect.
Wrong.
David Bowie, baby.
Right.
David Bowie.
Yeah, he was a movie star.
Yeah, but in
And
a
a
bunch of
rock
movies.
star.
And he
Okay.
was known as like Ziggy Stardust. He had a
Yeah.
bunch of other
Yeah, you're
nicknames
right.
as well.
All right.
But this was one of them back when that movie came out. It was like 2 years, and then we all moved on. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your Pop Culture Smackdown. Congratulations. You got yourself some 3 days grace I Prevail funeral portrait tickets. Hold on 1 second. We'll hook you up with those, and we will do some headlines. They're next on the X Rocks.
With Nick and Big J.
Headlines brought to you by the Holiday Treasure Giveaway Party. It's true. I know you guys have been trying to get through and qualified for the giveaway party guaranteed slots, and we got plenty of them in. But if you want to come along for the ride and try your luck, we are having our big Holiday Treasure Giveaway Party on Monday. That is the 15th at Hotel Renegade, 11th and Grove in downtown Boise. We're going to give away, people are going to win a share of $10,000 as well as a bunch of other prizes. And if you did not get a chance to qualify on the air, maybe you swing by. Party starts at 6 o'clock. It's open to the public. And at 7, we're going to be giving away 3 last chance qualifying slots at the party on Monday. So come join us at Hotel Renegade Monday, December 15th, beginning at 6. Presented by Skog Law, Idaho Injury Attorney, CBH Homes, Fi-Mart, Hotel Renegade, and of course, the X. Headlines are as follows, Big J. What a waste. Proof of life, question mark?
Oh.
Or messed up finances?
Proof of life.
NASA's Perseverance rover discovered unusual bleached rocks on Mars, Big J.
What?
That indicate the planet once had a warm, wet climate, just like you like it. Purdue University researchers analyzed rock fragments and found that they contain a mineral that formed on Earth millions of years after the first rainfall. Probably some of the most outcrops they've ever seen, according to the Planetary Science Department of Purdue University. They think that this could be evidence of an ancient, warmer and wetter climate where rain was falling for millions of years. And so that supports the theories that Mars had moisture and heat billions of years ago, conditions that could have supported life at one point. And maybe, just maybe, this is proof of it, Big J. Thoughts, please.
Yeah, you won't know until you can dig up the dirt. I mean, look, they're still finding so much stuff here under the ground that you know, archaeologists do what they do. And so who knows what's up there, but it's crazy. Probably what happened is that's where we came from originally, Nick. And they're like, hey, people here, they don't care about things like, you know, weather change and you know what we've done to our atmosphere, and they probably destroyed the whole goddamn planet Mars. That's what they're going to find out.
Now look what happens to Arnold Schwarzenegger's face when his helmet comes off there. It's not pretty. Not good. What a waste, or methed up finances.
Methed up finance.
An Ohio man messed up big time when he accidentally dropped a bag of crystal meth into his bank's deposit tube along with his cash and a deposit slip. Jason Smith made it easy for the cops to track him down since he also included his name and address along with that deposit. The 46-year-old was detained, deputies were called, and with the use of a police dog, they recovered additional drug-related items from his truck. According to the police report, I always say make sure you don't drop your meth in with your bank deposit, but nobody listens to me.
Yeah, no. Gotta be more careful.
You really do. I mean, those two things should not be anywhere close to one another, right?
No.
I mean, I don't know if it was in the same pocket or what, but what a weird mistake to make. And now he's going to jail for a very long time for it. And we'll wrap it up with what a waste. A woman named Tashay Wallace was arrested on Thursday night after allegedly throwing chicken at another woman's face during an argument, Big J.
Was it raw chicken? I think this matters.
We'll get some details here. Howard Sheriff's deputies responded just after 10 p.m. to reports of a fight between two women that escalated when Wallace retrieved a kitchen knife from her upstairs apartment and pointed it towards the victim, making contact with her hand without causing cuts. Wallace told police she had been jumped, but investigators determined that she was the primary aggressor. She remains at North Broward Bureau Jail Facility on $4,000 bond. The arrest report did not specify whether the chicken was raw or cooked, Big J. Which is a worse offense to you?
Probably the raw.
Because you could get salmonella too, right?
Yeah. Get that in your eye.
Nobody wants that.
Your mouth.
So do not know if it was raw or cooked. So unfortunately, I do not have that information. But we should be throwing chicken at one another no matter what. Agree on that?
Yeah. Unless it's a game of, can you get that crispy piece of chicken in my mouth? Hey.
How often do you play that?
Never.
Okay. Just making sure. Morning After with
Unfortunately.
Nick and Big J. There's your headlines. You're up to date on everything. It is the X Rocks. It's in Youngblood, My Only Angel, here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Oh my God!
We have to recap the Morning After Fantasy Football League week number 14, presented by McCleary's Pub. It is down to crunch time. There is literally 1 week left before the playoffs, and it was a big week in week number 14 because we're all jockeying for playoff position. And once again, it was Nick v. Big J. Big J, how did it turn out for Team Travis Swift?
Let's talk about this a little bit because both you and I are in the top four of the team, so we're both looking to try to get in the playoffs here and make it happen, right?
Yeah.
So, you know what? We started things off on Thursday night. The Cowboys taking on the Lions, Nick, and I got Dak Prescott. And, you know, I went to bed and I'm like, yeah, all right. I feel like I got a good start. 20 points. That's when I came here Friday morning and you're like, yeah, but my kicker got 24 points. And then I'm like, oh, you have Aubrey. I hadn't even looked at the scores, Nick.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, that's a bad sign when the kicker outscores your quarterback. And so as the Sunday games unfolded, I thought, well, maybe I got a chance here because poor Jaden Daniels just had an injury-ridden year so far. He went down early, had only scored 3 points. And I'm like, listen, I wasn't cheering that because I like Jaden Daniels, and that sucks. But I'm like, maybe I got a chance here. So I was feeling it because Chase Brown, my running back for the Cincinnati Bengals, was going off.
2 touchdowns in that game?
Yeah, he scored 18.5 points. And T. Higgins, my dog.
He's a walking concussion, but he had 2 touchdowns as well.
I've had him for every year, and I guess I should maybe change it up. But he's performed great when he plays. He got 27 points, so things were looking pretty good. The rest of my team sucked, though. And then here's what happened. Little Puka Nacua comes along. Probably the best receiver in the NFL next to JSN right now, scoring 35 points, almost 38 points out of him. Christian Watson, your fighting Packers wide receiver, he also threw down almost 30 points, 20, almost 25 points. Harvey, the running back there for the Broncos, got you 22 points, Nick. And then, of course, like I said, Aubrey, and then you had the Houston Texans. I just couldn't put up a fight, and you pummeled me 140-82 to 107-84. So that puts you in the top with a 10-4 record, Nick.
Yeah, it's another morning after fantasy football league year and another straight-up sweep against Big J this year for me. I am your kryptonite in fantasy football. I just dominate you, dude. I'm not much of a smack talker, but I am sorry. I really did. I mean,
probably because you're my boss, and I don't want that to affect your decisions.
I'm not sure that affected your lineup.
100%.
But I was watching that Bengals game, and it was before even Jane Daniels took the field, and before like all my guys were playing in the afternoon, and I'm like, dude, I'm going to get my head caved in.
Had he not dropped half of the passes that he was getting, he would have had 45 points.
Yeah, well, it's tough in the snow, and but I mean, like that Bengals game was all you. And I was down like 70 points going into the afternoon games, and I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be a bloodbath. And then I saw Jane Daniels go down because it was a last-minute start for me. I had Jacoby Brissett in the whole time, and then I saw, I like the Vikings defense matchup better than I like him against the Rams, and so I'm going to go Jane Daniels. Of course, the Commanders end up, he gets hurt, they get shut out, and he gets 3 points, and Brissett goes off for another 20-burger, which is what he's good for. So I made some coaching mistakes, to be sure, but I'm happy to pick up the win.
And here's the thing, too. It's like, I'm just looking at my lineup of what I have realistically, and I'm like, listen, I'm upset you beat me again, but also more important to me than just me winning is one of us winning this goddamn league. And I'm like, you have a better chance, I think, than my team does. So we'll see what falls out here with the rest of the next week and what can happen. But I'm probably going to need a little assistance to get there.
As far as the rest of the league goes, once again, Team Dr. Bacon is your highest scoring team of the week. But it was a barn burner. He got 143.70 points, beating Team Joe Smith 102 to 143. Listen, he has been riding the back of Gibbs, the running back for the Lions, and JSN all year long. He got another 25 points out of Fannin, the tight end for the Browns. He and 11 points out of the Broncos defense. So he's just been putting it together. He's got a very good team when his team shows up, and he did again this week, picking up yet another High Score of the Week award. Congratulations to Team Dr. Bacon. Team Joe Smith had a decent performance out of Saquon Barkley last night. Pretty good performance out of DK Metcalf as well. Just not enough to grab him to win, so he falls to 5-9, officially out of playoff contention. The other team that had a shot at the best score of the week was Team Cult of Josh, who missed it out by 0.02 points to Team Dr. Bacon. He had 143.68 points against One Detroit, One Pride, All Grit, giving him a 7-7 record, but probably out of the playoffs as well. Both teams have a 7-7 record. He was led by 37 points by Michael Wilson, 20 points out of his kicker Dicker last night, and 20 points out of the Seahawks defense. That got him the 143. Big win. One Detroit, One Pride, All Grit got 13 out of the Detroit defense, and 15 points out of Detroit's kicker, but just not enough to give him the victory. So both those teams fall to 500 on the year. Deadpool Variants has the worst record in the league, but does pick up a nice upset over running a chain on y'all, 118 to 109. Josh Allen with a huge game, almost 38 points for him, leading him to victory. He even had Aaron Rodgers on his bench. And listen, running a chain had Jordan Love and a chain and Corum, the running back for the Rams, but just didn't get a lot of help out of his wide receivers and his tight end. And that's what cost him the victory in the long run. So he falls to 5-9. Deadpool Variants improved to 4-10 on the year, both out of playoff contention. Matty Ice with the 118-191 victory over Dell 2, Nick and Big J 0. This is a costly loss for Dell, who falls to 8-6. Matty Ice improves to 6-8. He ran wild with the New Orleans Saints offense, Big J, picking up Tyler Shuck as well as Neal, the running back who's been playing in place of Alvin Kamara, and they both went nuts on Sunday, upsetting the Buccaneers. He also has Travis Etienne, who he got in a trade from me, got him 21 points. And so Matty Ice picks up the big win, and Dell falls to 8-6 on the year. Matty Ice 6-8, but playing playoff spoiler there. And finally, Great Bijan with a 99-93 victory over Bone Thugs and Charbonnet. He improves to 8-6 and in playoff contention. Matt Stafford has been very good for him. A.J. Brown had a good game last night and 18 points out of Jaden Waddle as well to give him the victory. Congratulations. And so, yes, we have one more week before the playoffs. I am proud to say, Big J, at 10-4 and the number 1 seed, I have clinched a playoff berth. There's only one other team can win 10 games, and so I believe I'll be the number 1 or number 2 seed going into the playoffs. It's down to 3 teams kind of battling it out for the final 2 slots. The Great Bijan, Del 2, Nick and Big J0, and you. Yep. Who are you playing next week?
I'm playing 1 Detroit, 1 Pride, all grit.
Okay, so it's going to be an interesting kind of matchup to see if you can get what it takes. I think you're rooting, looking at the schedule, I think you're rooting for Dr. Bacon to knock off the Great Bijan to pick up that particular win. And then you need to win. You need to take care of your business first, and then you can go from there. But it's going to be an interesting final week of the regular season here.
And who do you play?
I have got
sit your starters.
I've got Bone Thugs and Charbonnet this week, who's also listen, 7-7 could make it. If all the 8-6 teams lose and the 7-7 teams win, we'd have a real mess. It's going to probably come down to points here for positions 3 and 4 in the morning after Fantasy Football League. So y'all better bring your A game for the final week. Thank you to McCleary's Pub. Congratulations, Team Dr. Bacon. Enjoy that free McCleary's coming your way, as well as the gear. And, of course, we got one more week before the playoffs start in the Fantasy Football League. Morning After with Nick and Big J. Some bad impressions next on the X.
Bad impressions.
So far, I'm not impressed.
On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
And for bad impressions today, we got some food for you. Papa Murphy's Boise Meal Deal here. We will set you up with a large cowboy pizza, some breadsticks, a 2-liter bottle of soda. Have yourself a party. Hang out with the family. I don't know, whatever you do. Either way, it's yours for free. You just have to figure out the clues for this very famous kind of person here today on Bad Impressions. Never done this one before.
All right. So never. What do you mean?
The individual. I don't recall ever having
But it is a famous person, correct?
Yes.
All right. So if you want to play 208-287-1003, Big J will give you 3 clues, point you in the right direction of this famous person. If you can figure out who it is, you got some food coming your way. Lunch or dinner on us. That's how we like to roll. Best of luck. Hello, the X.
Morning.
Morning. Who's this?
Tim, how's it going?
Well, it's been Tim Day here on the Morning After.
Yeah.
Good luck, Tim. You're up first.
Thanks to me, you can order almost any item you want from Amazon and have it at your home in under 2 days.
Jeff Bezos?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job, man. One and done.
I guess that clue was pretty easy.
Hang on 1 second. Well, I mean, he is the richest man in the world. Good job, Tim. We got some Papa Murphy's coming your way. What were clues 2 and 3?
I'm so rich that I wanted to create my own space agency, Blue Origin. And last but not least, in 2013, I bought the Washington Post because I literally have too much money.
And why is a little Jeff Bezos in the news?
And that's why he's in the news, Nick. The entertainment world is counting down their top stories of 2025. And number 9 is Jeff Bezos' wedding of the century.
Oh, when he rented out an entire town?
Yes. He and Lauren Sanchez got married in June. More than 200 guests arrived by 90 private jets to destination wedding there in Venice. He spent an estimated $50 million on the ceremony before increasing security because of protests, because of the income inequality. The A-listers who attended the lavish weekend included the likes of Bill Gates, Oprah Winfrey, the Kardashians, Sam Altman, Leonardo DiCaprio, Sydney Sweeney, whatever. A bunch of people we'll never get the chance to hang out with.
Where was your invite, dude?
I know. I didn't. I guess I didn't order enough stuff.
Let me ask you something. Out of the blue, an invite to go to Jeff Bezos' private wedding in Venice comes, but you have to find your own way there. Do you go?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Well, I first make sure that it's a legit invitation.
No, it's legit. In this scenario that I've created, it's
absolutely.
Legit. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. What if he puts you at the kids' table? Are you then insulted, or you're just like, hey, I'm happy to be here?
I'm just checking. I'm like, maybe I can get some interviews.
All right.
You know, Tom Brady was there. Jerry was there. Seinfeld.
Somebody's got to talk to you, right?
Sydney Sweeney. No, I'm not sure I would.
I don't think the wife would like.
Yeah, I don't think she'd appreciate that. But Andrew Garfield was there.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. We wrap up the show here next on the X. Ice Nine Kills, their latest, The Great Unknown, wrapping up the morning after with Nick and Big J on this Tuesday. Thanks for hanging out with us. You guys selected the remake of Hand That Rocks the Cradle for Big J to watch tonight on Hulu. He will do exactly that and report back tomorrow and let you know his thoughts upon this movie, which will be pretty interesting. If you want to play the home game, you'll find it on Hulu. We also had a chance to recap the morning after Fantasy Football League, week number 14. Nick taking down Big J once again. My apologies to you, Big J. I'm sorry. But
That's all right.
I'll take the W. We also had a chance to announce the first ever Xfest pre-party. It's happening with Filter Finger 11 Local H at the Rev Center on March 6th. Tickets on sale this Friday. We've never done a pre-party for Xfest before, but we're so excited. We're going to do it this time around, and I'm excited for the show.
Yeah, me too, man.
Of course, there's plenty of more concert announcements to trickle through. Make sure you keep an eye on the X's Facebook page because we also announced another one, right?
Yeah, Slaughter to Prevail. You've got Whitechapel and Attila coming on March 28th. That is going to be a destroyer of a concert, man.
Yeah. Those go on sale on Friday as well. But, of course, that does leave you with the floor, Big J.
Yeah, Nick, I nearly got hardcore tricked here this morning as I was looking to figure out what to do for bad impressions. And I see this story. Lucky Charms and Ghost have teamed up to release a new Ghost Lucky Charms protein cereal.
Oh.
I was like, oh, crazy. And I'm like, that's weird, though. That seems like a weird combination. And then I got into it more. I'm like, no, they're not talking about Ghost the band. There's some other brand out there called Ghost Lifestyles. They deal in protein, Nick, and that's what they're doing. They're doing a protein-based cereal.
Too many Ghost things.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There's lots of Ghost bands, lots of Ghost brands.
You put Ghost in the name Ghost into bold letters. I just assume we're all talking about the Swedish metal band Ghost.
Of course, that makes sense to me. It's either Ghost or Ghostbusters. Those are the two things I definitely know which things we're talking about. Everything else is up for grabs. Morning After with Nick and Big J. That's going to do it for us. Jason Drew's up next. We'll see y'all tomorrow. It's the X Rocks.
Electrical problems.